So that's what's been going on. It looks like this video has been circulating a lot since it was uploaded. A lot of people have left comments on it. It seems to have an endless parade of comments like the one Cinnamon showed me. Well, you know, maybe if Shigure hadn't fucking filmed it, we wouldn't have this issue right now, would we? She hangs her head, turning her eyes away from me. She breathes out a long, long sigh. In response, I gently bop her on the head. You really do like Maple, don't you, Cinnamon? You're more like best friends and you can't be both? Why can you not be both at the same time? What is this issue? What is this? She looks up at me with a wide-eyed expression. You are sisters, but your relationship isn't like Coconut and Azuki's. It's not like chocolates and vanilla. Yeah, you just pointed out two wildly different relationships. So why would a third one be any different? I guess you could say that you two are on equal ground with each other. They're like two friends who really get along. God, I would hope two friends would really get along. They're not like Coconut and Azuki, where one is clearly the older sister and the other is the younger one. They don't cling to each other like Chocolate and Vanilla do, but I do remember Maple always seeming troubled. Always trying to help out somehow. Worrying about whether the results of her actions would be good or bad. It just seems like the kind of relationship that only really close friends have. That's what I meant. She furrows her brow again and she smiles at me, but her smile seems a little ashamed. I gave her another gentle pat on the head. I'm worried about Maple too. I'm going to see if I can get any clues from her. I'm not much of a negotiator though, so I don't know how much success I'll have. I don't know about that one. Take your word for it though. Wait, sure, why would I have an issue with that? Sure, I'm going to try talking to her a little too. I nod to her. Maple and Cinnamon are both part of my family. I want to do everything I can to help them. That's the honest truth. No, yeah, I thought you were lying. I mean, that expression on your face is a bit concerning, but sure, why not? She fidgets, embarrassed. I don't mind, but why? Oh, I bet you did. Huh? What? Well, now I feel confident it's a weird thing. Oh, you can't look it up at home? So it's weird, huh? Do that at your own house, on your own time. I take my laptop away from the panting Cinnamon. Yeah, I wonder why I wouldn't believe you. Yeah, I bet you did. That's not kind of the issue right now. Yeah? And what is it? And what was it you were planning on enjoying? See, you're doing like nothing to convince me otherwise of what you're gonna do. You really don't break character, do you? And now, just coming to think of her in a new light, well, I guess this is what the announcer meant. She is, as usual, a slightly bothered-looking cat girl. Sure, we will call her that. Oh yeah, I bet you did go to the toilet. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you did. Totally believe you. So, what do you think? Although, for once, I use a kind of tea leaf we don't usually have. What? What? I always talk your favorite brands. You're not the one paying the bills. Maple shrugs, waving her hands dismissively. Actually, I didn't know what kind of plans you had after this, so... There's a place nearby I figured we could poke our heads into. There's some that's sold by this new tea shop. I leave, closing the store to the others while my secretary of tea and I walk home. What? I steal a glance at Maple as we walk side by side. The shop is home. What are you talking about? Maple seems no different from usual, though I can't say whether usual is downcast or just cold. She is doing her work, but I can tell she's not putting in a ton of effort. Because she's a cat girl. I remember what Cinnamon told me earlier this evening. I take another glance at Maple's face. They're pretty, goddammit. Peak tsundere face right there. She turns her head just enough to look at me out of the corner of her eye. Oh no, it's nothing in particular, just... My attempt to lie caught in my throat. Wait, my attempt to lie gets caught in my throat midway. Now I'm not sure what to say. I look away from Maple, who seems upset, and turn my gaze towards the night sky. My bad. Yeah, right, that's right. Going insane. Nah, it's just because I'm not that great at catching small details. I wonder if I can just ask it straight. She stares at me, head cocked suspiciously. I turn my head back towards her and meet her gaze. You know that video from when you were a kid, when you said you wanted to be a singer? Why was that? She idly runs a hand through her hair and lets an exaggerated sigh. Maple has probably guessed what I really want to ask about by now. No. What kind of person do you take me for? Well, maybe don't use her. Not by choice. Well, that's... She's not wrong, though, so I just shut up. I'm not making her work overtime because I want to start a love affair, though. Still, I've got enough common sense to know that with 4 companions, I'm not really convincing anyone. I turn my gaze away from Maple and look up at the night sky.
まあ、それは別に本人らが満足してるんだからいいけどね。私が口出すことじゃないし。
She glances at me with mischievous eyes and a wry smile. Is she the one who's unhappy? I heard her grunt before looking up at the sky with me.
見たでしょ？あの動画。
Which one?
私がいくつの時だと思ってんのよ。あんな子猫の頃の馬鹿げた夢なんて。
Okay, so that one.
忘れたわ。
Her tone is wistful. Her answer is blunt and unaffected. You still think about it now, don't you? Her expression stiffens, but she quickly relaxes, and when she speaks again, it's in that same aloof tone.
なわけないでしょうが。ちょっとチヤホヤされたくらいで勘違いする年だとでも思ってんの？そもそも猫が夢とかバカなこと言ってんじゃないわよ。
No. Why would I agree to that? That just sounds stupid. Maple. The comments on the video all said something similar. Because she's a cat girl. I could see that one word weighing down on Maple. But everything she said just now seemed so hollow, I'm not sure she believes it herself. If that's true, then how did you get so good at singing? I stopped in my tracks and hurled a question at her. She turns to me. Seeing her eyes widening, I continue without hesitation. There's no way you could get that good without practicing. Her brows furrow with unease, and she casts her gaze downward. The casual air that had surrounded her when we were side by side is nowhere to be found. At the bottom of my field of vision, I notice her wringing her pale, slender hands. I take a step towards her and pat her slumped head. The people who eat my cakes. I'm always so happy to see their smiles. She raises her head. What you asked me before. That's why I wanted to become a patissier. Talking about myself is a little embarrassing. A reluctant smile drifts onto my face as I continue. Ever since I was little, my dad told me that I would be studying to make Japanese sweets. I never considered that I had any other choice. So I did as he did. I did as he said, and studied how to make Japanese sweets. She doesn't say anything else, just my name, over and over and over again. Mabel stares right at me, waiting for me to continue. Since my family has some ancient traditions, my upbringing was pretty strict. Playing with friends, club activities, hobbies, had to forgo all of them for the sake of studying the family trade. Well, not that I regret all that. Even after all this time, I still don't. I can't make the bitter smile on my face go away. Mabel's eyes are wide and bright as the moon at this point, but I keep going. And I'm trying to pop my fucking finger. There's always one that wants to be stubborn here. Hang on. We'll get it later on. But one day, I went to a patissier by myself. Everyone there looked so happy eating their cake. Yep, got it. Everyone, even those who might be austere or sad otherwise, every single customer had a smile on his or her face. I recall the memories of that visit. And I give voice to even the parts I had locked away in my heart. Before, I was completely focused on my family's trade and saw nothing else. Then someone asked me, "Why is it that you're making these sweets?" Back then, I really didn't know what I had been doing up until that point. I struggled with it, but I decided that I wanted to be like that person. I wanted to make something that could put a smile on anyone's face when they ate it. Even after that, I was willing to give up all that I had worked so hard for and for so long for. Maple's expression hardens, and I watch her ears turn towards me to take in every word, so I give voice to every last sentiment. My dad, as well as others around me, said many harsh things to me. But I knew I had to be true to myself. I decided to turn towards my own dream, no matter what those around me thought.
あ、そう。
I caused a lot of trouble for Shigura and our mom, and I did some incredibly dumb things. Maybe there could have been a brighter future for me somewhere along the line, but right now, I'm happy. This time, my smile isn't bitter or reluctant. The smile I show Maple is one that reflects my true feelings. Before I know it, Maple's fingers, which she had clasped together so tightly, had loosened up.
バカね。あんたも不器用ってのがあんたらしいけど。
Still, if I thought my dream was stupid, I wouldn't have followed it. All you wanted to do was just cook a different kind of dessert. It's not that stupid or extreme. We each let out a little chuckle. I put my hand on Maple's head one more time. That's why I plan to listen to what others have to say. That's why I couldn't just leave you alone, Maple.
あ、そう。そうね。あんたの言う通りかもね。
I can Big Dick Cashew, the king of Riz.
私も自分で思ってるよりもバカなのかも。
Her smile is completely devoid of the mischievous I saw earlier. With renewed vigor, she straightens up, standing to her full height of 5 feet.
あんたって本当におせっかい焼きね。
I couldn't stop if I wanted to.
そうね。性格はなかなか治らないわよね。
Everything that just happened seems like it took place in a dream. Maple laughed, sounding more relaxed than usual.
好きなことなんて誰かのためにやるものじゃないのよね。人だからとか猫だからとかそんなの何も関係なくて。
Maple sounds like she's trying to convince herself of that. I nod to her in agreement. She raises her head and replies with a small nod on her own.
私は私らしく生きるわ。こそこそしてたのがバカみたい。
Really? I believed otherwise.
あんたの話だけでそう思えちゃう単純さが怖いけど。
Could we maybe not with the insults? I don't appreciate that one.
でもちゃんと覚えとくわ。ありがとね、歌唱。
You're welcome.
それとシナモンも。
Huh? Cinnamon? Maple turns and I follow her gaze.
みーちゃん、なんで？気づいてないとでも思ってたの？うち出てからずっとついてきてたのなんか気づいてたし。
I mean, Maple, you really stand out. Not Maple, Cinnamon. You stand out so much.
ちゃんと慎重にしてたのに。
Cinnamon reluctantly drags herself out from hiding. Cinnamon, were you following us the whole time?
そのめいちゃんと歌唱さんが気になっちゃって。
I mean, we were technically working, weren't we? Or I was walking her home, I think. Whatever what it was.
想像したんじゃ